Hey guys, it's Inc. and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to stream to YouTube or Twitch. So the program that many people use is called OBS, which is Open Broadcast Software, which is right here, OBS Studio. Now, I use a program that's like this. What I mean by that is this is just like OBS, but it adds some additions that are beneficial to streamers. So the name of this program is Streamlabs OBS. I'll leave the download link down below in the description. But as you can see, the interface is a little bit different. So I'm just going to lead you guys through this real quick. So the first tab that you have is called Dashboard. This is where you can review all of your settings for your streams, look at all the analytics, and then just events that happen, such as people following or donations that you may have received, and you can tweak all these settings on the side, such as my donations, my subscribers, shared settings, donation settings, so on and so forth. Now the next tab is themes. So if you don't have a specific layout or overlay, Streamlabs actually provides you with a whole bunch of different themes that you could choose from. So if we click on the first one, which is swirls, it'll take you to the page. You can get a better look at the different layouts. So here you can see there's a webcam layout. Then at the bottom, you have something for a new follower, new donation. Then you have a starting screen, intermission or break screen, an offline screen, and an ending screen, so for when your stream is over. Now you can go ahead and just click install overlay, and what it'll do, if we head over to our editor, it'll create a new setting. In this case, for me, it's red targeting because I got the red targeting theme. It'll create a new setting that'll have different tabs or different scenes, such as starting, live, intermission, BRB, and ending. So this is my starting screen, and then we have an alert box, so every time something happens, such as somebody donates, follows, subscribes, so on and so forth, I'll get a notification on screen. Then if we go to live, you can see this right here. I don't have my lamps on like I usually do. Then we have intermission, BRB, and ending. So yeah, that's what we have. Then you could switch between studio mode or not, so this will allow you to do transitions and see things before you actually make the changes. Discord, I'm not too sure what that is. You can switch between light or dark theme, but I really prefer dark. You can sign out of your Twitch account or YouTube account, whatever it is you're using. And then here you have your mixer. So at the bottom you just have some information. So you have your CPU usage, the FPS that it's capturing, how many frames have dropped, if any, and your bitrate. And then cloud backup, and then just notifications. So once you are ready to go live, which we'll get to later, you'll just click on go live. It'll pop up with a window to confirm the title of your stream and just what game or whatever you're doing. And then you confirm that and you're live, ready to go. And then you'll be transferred over to the live tab. Now, if we want to go ahead and get ready for streaming, we need to tweak our settings. So we're going to go into settings. Under general, you can just go ahead and fix these general settings such as language, general outputs, and other stuff. Now we're going to go into stream. Now here you choose your streaming service or custom streaming server. So custom streaming server is, for example, if you have a website that uses a specific thing and you want to connect to that. Now streaming services are common platforms such as YouTube, Twitch, Smashcast, Facebook, and Restream. And then your server is just the closest one to you. So to me, it's Los Angeles, California. And then your stream key, if you're using Twitch, you go to your channel, into your dashboard, and you get your stream key and paste it in here. Now we're going to go into output. So for output, you want to make sure that you're in advanced mode, not simple. So we're going to be looking at streaming. So audio track, don't mess with this. By default, it should be on 1, so just leave it at 1. Your encoder, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, I suggest you go on to NVENC or NVENC. I don't know how you pronounce it. Because this will use your graphics card and won't solely rely on your CPU. So it's highly recommended. But if you don't, then software X264 is really good. That's H.264. It provides great quality, but the good thing is it doesn't use too much file sizes. So those file sizes are small, so the packets that you're sending to the streaming service are small. So you're gonna make sure that you enforce the streaming service encoder settings. This means that the settings that you choose are going to be enforced, and it'll make sure that that's what goes through. Now you want to have Rescale Output ticked off. We'll look at something like this later. So your rate control, you're going to want to have CBR, which means constant bit rate. Now this means that you are going to try to send everything constantly. The quality won't shift or anything. It'll try to stay constant. Now we don't want VBR, which is we do not want this, which is variable bitrate. This means it could fluctuate or change between the bit rates. Now bitrate, this is one of the most important things when it comes to quality. This depends on both how powerful your computer is and how powerful your internet is. If you don't have too great of an internet service, let's say your upload speed, make sure you're considering your upload speed. If your upload speed is about 8 megabits per second to 10 megabits per second upload, you're going to want to have it at 2000 or 2500, but it's recommended 2000. Now, if your upload speed is between 10 megabits per second and 15 megabits per second, you're going to want to go to 3000 or 3500. Now, my upload speed is, I believe, 15 or 16 megabits per second, so I'm just going 3500 to try to get the best quality out. And for me, this works because I look at the replay of my stream and there's no buffering or anything. For keyframe interval, you're going to want to have this either at 0 or 2. This is the seconds. It's described in seconds. I don't know exactly what this means, but 0 or 2 is the most recommended one. Most platforms ask you to do 2, but I'm just keeping it at 0. Now, your preset, you could choose between any of these, and it'll depend how your computer runs and how your stream runs. But what you want, if you want the highest quality, you're going to want to click high quality. Now keep in mind this will use a lot of CPU, and your computer may slow down if it's not powerful enough. Now your profile, you're going to want main. You don't want to go high, just keep it at main. It's more than enough. Your level, you want to keep it on auto. There's no reason to try to go any higher. Auto will find the best solution depending on your CPU and your computer's overall performance. Now make sure that you tick use To Pass Encoding. This means it'll check the signal and the quality before it actually sends it to the streaming service. So you're going to want to have this checked on. Now GPU and B frames, keep them as they are. It should be 0 and 2 respectively. Now we're not going to be looking at recording or any of the audio tracks. Well, for audio track 1, the bitrate by default should be 160. Just leave it at that. That's more than enough. And it's fine. You won't really see a difference if you increase the quality. But that's what we're going to be having for output. And now for audio, just you can go ahead and set up your audio devices. So desktop audio devices means what's coming out of your PC or your capture device. So I just have it on default because it changes between my Focusrite USB, which is my headphones, or the Elgato sound capture. It just depends what I'm using to stream, if it's my Xbox or my PC. And then I just have desktop audio device 2 disabled, and my microphone device 1 is my default one, which is usually always my Focusrite USB, which is my audio interface, which has the Audio-Technica AT2020 connected to it. And then the others, I just have them disabled. Now let's go ahead and jump into video. Now your base canvas resolution, this is the resolution that you're going to be recording in. This is what you're going to be capturing your computer in. So most softwares you're going to want to capture in either 1080p or 720p. So for 1080p, you're going to want 1920 by 1080. And for 720p, you just want 1280 by 720. Make sure that that's what you have. Now the output scaled resolution, if you remember when we go back to output and we go in streaming, we have rescale output. This is where we're going to be changing things if we want to. So I'm downscaling this to 720, so I'm capturing in 1080 and bringing it down to 720, but I think I'm going to bring this up to 1080. Now remember, this also depends on your internet connection. Make sure that your internet can handle outputting this signal. For the downscaling filter, we're going to want to go with Lanczos. I don't know if I pronounced that right, which is sharpen scaling 32 samples. That'll give you the sharpest picture and it'll be fine. So your FPS type, you're going to want common FPS values unless you want something else that's not common. And then you either want to go with 29.97, 30 FPS, 59.94, or 60. Now I'm going with 60 because that's what my games are running at and I want to capture it at its native FPS value. Now you can go ahead and set up any hotkeys if you use any. I don't use any hotkeys, so I'm not going to worry about that. For advanced, you're going to want to go ahead and under general, either set your priority to normal or above normal. I have mine on above normal. Again, this depends on how your computer can run everything. My computer, I'm happy to say, is strong enough and powerful enough to run it and prioritize the streaming software above my gaming and still not drop any frames. So for video, your color format, you're just going to want NV12. It's really good. It provides great color. RGB just uses way too much, you could say, file sizes, but in this case they're packets that are sent to the streaming service, so you want to stay at NV12. And then your color space, just keep it at 601. There's no need to go up to 709. And your color range, you could choose between partial or full. I honestly see that partial is good enough for me. For your audio, your audio monitoring device, so monitoring is a term that's used to hear what's going through. So you could turn monitoring on for your microphone, which means you'll hear everything that you say right after you say it or right when you're saying it. There's always a little delay, but you'll be able to hear or monitor what's going through your stream. So choose the device that you want to hear that from. I just have my headphones. Stream delay, their duration, you could adjust this. I just keep it at the default 20 seconds. Now scene collections, notifications, appearance, and remote control. We don't need to worry about this, but if you want, you can go ahead and fix all of that to your preferences. Now, I'm not going to teach you guys how to go ahead and set up scenes. You guys can do that on your own, or I'll make a separate video for it, depending whether you guys leave this video a like. So make sure to do that. And then we're going to go into our mixer real quick. So depending on how your settings work, you're either going to want to bring channels up or down to adjust the volume. Now I have my desktop audio at 40% and my microphone at 100%, and there's no sync offset. Now I'm not 100% sure what this means, but sync offset, just by the sound of it, it means whether everything will be synced up correctly or whether you want to delay the sound a bit or not. Now, audio monitoring, again, going back to this, it's whether you hear things right away or not. So I could turn my microphone on, my monitoring on, so that means I'll be able to hear everything as I'm saying it or not. or I could do the same for my desktop audio, which I'm not going to do. Now, depending on how you believe that your settings sound, you may want to go ahead, go into settings, click on the little gear next to your device and go into filters, and you could apply filters to your things, to your sounds, your microphone and other sorts of things. So if we go into live, let me just go ahead and turn on my lamps to get some better lighting. So if we go into the live setting, and we click on mic/aux and we go to filters, we can go ahead and apply different filters to our microphone, such as gain, and you can name it gain or whatever, and then you hit done, and then you could adjust this. So I'm going to bring this up to 5 decibels and then hit done. And then you could add a bunch of other settings, such as, let's see, noise suppression, noise gate, compressor, or VST plugins. So yeah, but that's pretty much it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you found it useful and you have an idea of how to stream. If you did enjoy this video, like I said earlier, please make sure to leave this video a like. Also, please make sure to comment down below what streaming service or platform you use to stream. If you do you use YouTube, Facebook, Twitch? Please make sure to leave that down below. And as always, please make sure to become a color, guys. Until next time, I'm Rojo Inc, and I'll see you all in the next video. Adios.